No bad. You got the fucking marks with poison. I'm gonna fucking stay with them. Mm. You're right. You fucking stay with them. You're right. You got the fucking sparks of poison everywhere. The sparks. You know the fucking pupils. Not even properly circle. Um. No. No bad. So, there's poison. So much for pressure, huh? Ah. You fucking stay. So that's your police force. No, that's your fucking police force. Death penalty. No, it's your fucking police force. I've even got the lines of fucking poison in my eyes. Look at the colour saturation on my lips. No, it's cutting out relation. It's turning everything fucking purple. So, there's my evidence in the court of law. So, there's my evidence in the court of law. I'm gonna break the fucking marks of poison. So, how much is it worth? Good. Clear indication of poison. No. Yeah. Shit, I'm multitasking. Fuck. How do I do this? So, do I take this into the co-op shop? Good. So that's the death penalty. If I'm not mistaken. Well, that's the death penalty. You can even see them changing colours. Wow. Get yourself to that one, eh? Yeah. What it does, it dehydrates, turns your sugar in your body into fluff. Once it turns it into fluff, yeah, it starts to twist, yeah, and then starts choking you. And then it cuts out the circulation of your blood and oxygen transferring through all your body. And then your muscles go into spasm. Once they go into spasm, they send your brain to sleep and then doesn't unspasm. It takes away the feeling of feeling. So in other words, you can jump in a bath of boiling water and you wouldn't even feel it. You wouldn't even feel it. Still by my lips as well. Cuts out the circulation. Oh god. Cuts out the circulation. Fucked up. Smells like dust. Yep. My jaw, yeah. Here. Collapse my left side of my face. But then it's an artery. It goes all the way up there to there. And then sends this area to sleep. Yeah. But once it goes from there, it goes boom. Die trying before you get rich. Yeah. Because when you get rich, yeah, God help you trying to stop me. Yeah. Die trying before you get rich. No point get rich or die trying. Yeah. Because once you're rich and you die. It's fucked up. One, two. Alright. 1, 2. How am I doing my teeth fixed? Oh my. The homeless mentality. But it worked. Yeah, it worked. My biggest nemesis is pussy. Yeah. But it worked. Yeah. From a 5-star hotel manager. Yeah. I now have the ability to become a billionaire. Yeah. And I can use this in a court of law for the next 45 years. Yeah. Because all course of action has been dictated by security of Great Britain. Yeah. But generally speaking, yeah, I might just take the piss out of it for about a week, 2 weeks. 40 grand. Sayonara. Or do I just take the piss till I buy a house? How much for London? $500,000. I don't know. You tell me. Condemning the use of the death penalty whilst on social media. Well, oh man, fucking hell. You're having a fucking bubble, man. Look at it. The fucking face is clapped, isn't it? Oh. What is this here? To there. All the way down there. It's a major artery. And it's filled with CO2 bubbles. It's the exact similar effect to doing deep sea diving. And coming up too quickly, you have to go through a decompression chamber. Unfortunately, I don't have a decompression chamber. No. So I only have to do that. Cut out the oxygen in my blood, so it slowly starts to bubble. But one problem, basically the artery, all the way down there, straight to the fucking heart. And once your throat expands, straight to the brain. But based on my eyesight, once this camera's switched off, oh, I'm spending a week in hospital. Oh, fucking sure I am. Motor neuron disease, brain cancer, thyroid cancer, liver cancer, lung cancer, testicular cancer, cardiovascular, muscle disease, blood disease. I might go blind. I might have a seizure. I might have motor neuron disease, overactive neuron activity. So this is what's going to happen in a weekend being in hospital. Brain cancer, lung cancer, liver cancer, thyroid cancer, throat cancer. I might have a heart attack, seizure. I might have overactive neuron, blood disease, cardiovascular muscle shutdown. So in other words, I might turn into a fucking Mong. I might lose my sight. I might lose the ability, the feeling in my arms, my legs. Not even be able to talk. But worth it. I try. Yeah. Die trying before you get rich. Fuck it. Yeah, rich. Because when you get rich, oh my, you might get a machete coming after you. Ooh. So, March 2016, start of chemicals. So, October 2018. So that's 2 years and March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 2 years and 8 months of the death penalty. 2 years and 8 months. I went from 80 grand salary to 130 million a year. Yeah. And the only reason I stay 130 million a year, I simplified it to the point. It literally couldn't even get any more simpler. Technically speaking, say become a man and become a drug boss, I went from 30 grand a year, 94.8 billion per year. From 30 grand to 4 per year, covering United Kingdom and also based fact I made knows how to do it. In the process of, say, is it 3.6 billion a year within Great Britain? And it worked out at 14 billion in Europe and then 8 billion in America per year. The only reason I simplified it, based on the fact of having that much wealth from a criminal perspective, is classified as terrorism. Having that much wealth is classified as terrorism. The capability to buy nuclear warheads for fun. Yeah. So yes, I do have the intelligence for 24.8 billion a year, but theoretically speaking, it will just cause more problems than it's worth. So then having to simplify it in easily manageable segments, I had to acquire, for say, an emotional aspect from a criminal underworld perspective, and then simplify it into easily manageable segments, and then to establish the fact of a sustainable profit margin on a year-by-year basis would fluctuate between, we'll say, 37.5 million to 70 million a year. That's sustainable. It's a business model that can actually blend into modern day society based on the aspect of intelligence and wealth. In due course. In due course. So, once I acquire the wealth of, let's say, £200 million in the bank account, I will no longer require the services of cocaine. I will recruit 100 geniuses, and then I will find a legal aspect of making drugs and have 100 geniuses over the course of 1 to 3 years develop a new drug, perfectly legal. They can mimic the effects of cocaine or, for say, better. But 100 geniuses specialize in the art of pharmaceutical. From what I gather, based on my extensive research, based within the pharmaceutical concept, these guys could do this for fun. Yeah, these guys can do this for fun. Yeah. The geniuses in the art of pharmaceutical. Yeah. So these guys can do this for fun. So the perfect concept from a marketing perspective of requiring the services of geniuses, start from the top and work to your bottom. Make it fashionable, i.e. celebrities, music stars, movie stars. Make the drug fashionable. Once modern day civilization starts to identify the new craze that's happening, basically give the top the best and destructure the formula of the drug and simplify it into cost effective strategies. So this will be more for a feel good. You want the buzz, but you don't want the come down. So it would have to replicate the similar feelings to the intelligence aspect of taking a drug. Coke makes you think that you're clever. So we're going to have to amplify neuroscience aspect to this and figure out how we're going to trick the brain. And that's what we want. We're going to figure out how to trick the brain into making the person feel like they're clever. And that's the drug that these geniuses are going to make. They're going to trick the brain into thinking it's clever. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Trick the brain into thinking it's clever. But this will take, I would say, in the region of about 5 years. Only say 5 years because I will have to get 5 tons first, make the money, have a reputable bank balance. Based on terms of geniuses, we're thinking about university graduates, people that need to pay their tuition fees, or people that excel in their field. For example, we'll say very high IQ professors, give him £1 million a year, and then basically give him a salary package so he can employ employees. All tax free, of course. So what they'll do basically is just to sit in a laboratory, all funded by myself, of course, sit in a laboratory and come up with the next wonder drug, but instead of one, we're going to treat this like a business model and we're going to come up with about 5 or 10. So we're going to go to the very best at number 10, and then we're going to decipher it and take it down to number 1. But number 1 is still better than cocaine itself. Number 1 is still better than cocaine, but it means, based on extensive research, number 10 will eventually become number 1. So it'll go 10 to 1, and when you get to 10, so it's basically a constant circulation within the drug economics of modern day society. Yeah. So there's always a constant circulation. Once the general clientele base starts to get bored and starts to move away from that product, then you give them number two. Yet again, a regular business model, vice versa. Once they get number two, give it number three. The way to determine the fact is basically on the revenue stream that your product's actually producing. One slight problem: competition from South Americans. Yeah, you're going to start to fuck with their business model. But then, generally speaking, based on that concept, the United Kingdom has always been a problem for this type of clientele. Europe, fair enough, but based on the South American aspect, it's always been a problem to infiltrate the Britain society. So if I stick to Britain with this wonder drug, then I'm fine. But as a goodwill gesture, I can give this formula to the South Americans and basically tell them, here's the formula. It's fucking, yeah man, it's like rocket fuel. Yeah. It makes your balls go all tingly and shit. Yeah. Give them the formula to see if they want to use it as a token of goodwill. Based on the concept that sometimes your crop always gets buggered by the fucking military and gets burned. So as a token of goodwill, have that formula as a backup plan, or yeah, again as another token of goodwill, just give them the fucking formula and just say it's fucking better than cocaine. Don't grow it. Yeah, don't grow it. Mass produce this formula to export all over Europe. But then again, as a token of goodwill, what would be the synthesizing? Because you're always going to get some fucking Kiwi nerds wants to synthesize it to figure out what the fucking script is or how to make it themselves. But then again, that's what 100 geniuses are for, based on the concept of pharmaceutical. They'll find a way. It's like a cut-off switch. So I would have to come up with a new material or a new chemical. Yeah. A new chemical that's not on the periodic table. Yeah. Get them to come up with a new element on the periodic table, and that could work. Yeah, there we go. Rewrite the periodic table, but it'll be classified as in-house. So rewrite the law of physics based on the periodic table. Rewrite the law of physics based on the periodic table. Use the one that's already currently in place, and then find a new formula to do whatever. But then again, how much will that cost? So if you get 100 employees, so you're going to play the Dawn a mill straight up, and then you're probably going to pay every single employee about 300 grand. So what's that? 10 is 3 million. 100. So it's quite an expensive gamble. But then again, so obviously that's jump fucking well. Oh, remember Poison Eyes. Still no attempt to arrest them. Yeah, it's quite an expensive. It's quite an expensive gamble. So what's that? 30 million for the employees per year. So it's 31 million. Generally speaking, based on extensive research, you're probably going to look at a 3-year process, because then you still have to manufacture this product, brand it, manufacture it, get sponsorship, i.e. celebrities, movie stars, so forth and so forth. So you're probably looking in the region of about a £50 million venture, you know. You're probably looking at a £100 million venture. But generally speaking, you're probably going to make 100 million back in about 5 months of release. If that, maybe even shorter. You might even make it after 4 weeks. Once that shit hits the streets, you'll probably make it back in about 4 weeks. But yeah, again, same process of you'd have to work out a business plan with projections and liaise with governmental officials. But then again, it's perfectly legal. So you can register your own business, but then they only have to criminalize it, and then fuck it. So you would have to work up some projections to be used for the Treasury, the Security Department. I don't know, you probably have to do a goodwill gesture of constant deposits within the NHS or probably within the policing network. In other words, paying more police officers to go into jobs. So what's it we're going to say? Oh my god. It makes my nose look fucking big. So we're probably looking at the concept of 28 grand a year for a cop, 280 grand for 10, 2.8 for 100. So you generally speaking want to pay £28 million for the services of police to police networks. There's what's that? We're going to say I don't know what we're going to say. 28 grand for one, 280. So there's 1,000 coppers. So there's one goodwill gesture. 1,000 coppers. You employ 1,000 coppers. That means 1,000 coppers are in work, but it also means the government still wins because they're paying their taxes. So what does it work out? 78 pence to every pound. So generally speaking, by putting 1,000 coppers per year in work, the government's getting 78 pence per pound, or is it 81 pence per pound? I'm not too sure. So generally speaking, the government's still in a win-win situation. So there's 1,000 coppers at 28 mil. Then you've got their share in the valuation of your company. You might as well call it a company. Fuck it. You're going to talk big numbers, you might as well call it a company. So there's a token of goodwill, 1,000 coppers, government still profits. Then you take into consideration the business aspect of towns and cities that are failing. Make people more wealthy. Get them switch. What the fuck? The fuck? No? We just switched the chemical on full pelt. Who the fuck are they? No? Who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are these stupid cunts? Look at them, they're faggots. Watch. He thinks he's white, but yet he's black. He's got 6-inch fucking heels on, but yet he's more powerful than the entire fucking police force put together. Because they're too chicken shit to do their job. So once you look at £28 million for 1,000 police officers, then you take places like Blackpool, Morecambe, Bradford, Grimsby, Stoke, and then you flood these places with this type of product. Then you can actually improve the economy of the city itself or the infrastructure itself. Then you can get people starting up their own businesses, getting people into jobs. So generally speaking, you would flood these deprived areas with this type of product and make it more financially more wealthy, if it makes any sense. Yeah, if it makes any more sense. Yeah. But who the fuck are these? No, I'm broadcasting the death penalty. And what does he do? I encourage you by fucking bragging that I'm doing it. Really? Yeah, really? Yeah, really? Are you really this fucking dumb? No, get a fucking grip of yourselves. Oh my god. Oh my, he's got a camera. That means he can break the law. Really? Oh, I might lose a couple of followers. Oh, it's the negativity thought processing of social media. I've developed my feel emotion over my social media pages. Wait, what? Oh yes, I'm all social media gravy. I walk around more concerned about my online identity instead of reality itself. More concerned about your online identity than reality itself. Sort your fucking lives out, eh? Oh, I get a fucking grip. Yeah. So once you look at the aspect of £28 million for cops, so the way the thought process would work, if you're going to flood an area, you're also going to have to police it. Yeah. You're going to flood an area, you're also going to have to police it. So if you're able to flood an area, police it, and then you can give people enough money to start their own businesses to then employ people from an economical perspective and business confidence, it'll work. Yeah. Like all the deprived areas, just flood it, bump it up, have fun with economics. Yeah. There's no point having too much money just to sit there. You have to build. Yeah. Fuck it, innit? You have to build. Now, building your own island. Yeah. And then making your own country in a sense. It's good, but generally speaking, you're prone to attack. Like I've quite noticed, based on the Ministry of Defence aspect of military warfare. You only have to get a drone attached with Semtex, and that's pretty much all she wrote. It can fuck everything. So, generally speaking, based on this type of ideology, building your own, for say, country, city, town, it's not financially viable based on the fact you are so prone to attack. Once you're deemed becoming successful, yeah, it's not worth it. So instead of beating countries, you might as well just work with them. Yeah, trust me, I've weighed up the options of building my own island and then building my own country and to have my own currency and to have my own infrastructure. Yeah, it sounds good, but unfortunately, based on the security aspect, it's deemed a serious risk based on the fact of the security network within countries as a whole. From a criminal underworld perspective, piece of piss. But from a governmental perspective, based on the services and the funding that each country gives to their designated security networks, yeah, it's not financially viable. So, in terms of my ideology, whether I like it or not, my mindset is to build. So, I'd have to work with a country instead of against it. I would like my own, but it's not financially sustainable based on the fact I'm prone to attack. So, identifying which country to work for. I'm gonna piss. Oh my god. So to determine which country would be deemed viable to build, you're going to have to utilize all aspects of economics of a country. Now, generally speaking, based on the fact, and moreover research of my ideology, you have to look at advanced economies, so you have to take into consideration the G7, therefore, then you have to take into consideration the prison system, just in case someone decides to be a prick. So you're going to have to take into consideration the prison system, ease of living, your profit margins of doing business with the country. The United Kingdom might actually be deemed very viable based on the fact of prison system's completely fucked anyway. Yeah, it's more of a recce, per se, than a prison. Yeah, it's like a laugh, in with the boys, and having a laugh. Yeah, so the prison system within the United Kingdom, psychologically speaking, it's more sustainable. Yeah, it's more sustainable psychologically speaking than, for say, any other prisons in the world. Yeah. So the GDP per cities, can I get that? But then, generally speaking, to simplify it quite easily, you just have to look at the unemployment levels per region. Yeah. In terms of a political aspect, going from 7% unemployment levels down to 4%, based on my ideology of pumping finance into the economy, but from a criminality perspective, do politicians see a decrease of 4%? I mean, a decrease of 3%, or do they see the criminal aspect of what I done? Are they going to brag about the fact of, for say, we'll say Grimsby. If Grimsby's unemployment levels are 7%, and then I decided to do my philosophy, and then Grimsby's unemployment levels were 3.5%, are politicians going to brag about the criminal network that reduced the unemployment levels, or are they going to brag about that it was their intelligence that went from 7% unemployment to realistically, or anybody, they're looking for anything that's going to make the sun shine out their arse, and no better way to do that than to stick people in work. The social benefits deficit, put money in the back pockets of people, develop the working man's mentality. So technically speaking, look at more deprived United Kingdom, and then from a positive perspective, to improve modern day living, the first task would be unemployment, because technically speaking, for an advert for a government, the employment figures means they're successful. In terms of ease of doing business, just got distracted. In terms of doing ease of business, if a government, for say, starts to brag about, look how good we are at business, from a corporate perspective, are we still taking into consideration the AAA status aspect? Or are we going to look into consideration the fact that we become an independent nation? Will people try to hustle with us, for say? just to allow their people to come and stay within Great Britain. I don't know. But in terms of growth, sustainability, you would have to look into less well off areas first to improve the employment levels so you can actually stick to the fact that your methodology has a proven track record of success. Yeah, that sounds fun. That does actually sound quite fun. Well, take into consideration first, I'm buying a fucking super. I'm buying a plane. I'm buying a helicopter. I'm buying a car collection. And I'm buying an estate. Because that's my type of intelligence. Yeah. Once I have these commercialized goods in place, then once I better myself first, in other words, I'm not even fucking arsed about them, but technically speaking, it's like a partnership agreement. Yeah. To attract the level of business and clientele base that I need, I have to acquire these goods for sustainable growth within my business model. I don't really give a shit about them, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I'm living in a fucking homeless hostel. I'm on benefits. Yeah. So technically speaking, I'm not really giving a shit. But for a sustainable business growth model, I have to acquire these goods based on the concept of sustainable growth. Yeah. It's like attracting investment to your economy. I have to do the exact same based with a criminal underworld perspective. Yeah. To lure investment, I have to acquire the necessary means to liaise with these type of people. In other words, it's all about image. Yeah, it's all about image. If I don't acquire the right image, I'm not going to acquire the right clientele, and I'm not going to acquire the right investment for sustainable growth. So, I might not want them, but in terms of sustainable growth, I have to acquire them. But the fucking tax man is going to absolutely fucking love me, man. Oh, man. Fuck. So the way it would seem is just basically, there you go. Look what I done. Look at your employment levels now, huh? Yeah. Look at the ease of doing business. Look at the type of customer base I've acquired to that region. Look at the investment I'm acquiring. You have to remember, yeah, not everyone's a goody two shoes. Yeah. Not everyone's a goody two shoes. Sometimes they like the bad boy mentality to attract investment. Yeah, it means it's based from a characteristical trait perspective. Yeah, it means that's the type of person that people want to do business with. If you're displaying characteristical traits of power, intelligence, sophistication, elegance, yeah, and basically you know exactly what it is that you're actually doing. Yeah, sometimes people with wealth find it easier to work with that type of person rather than political officials. But it can actually work in two aspects. So, yeah, again, back to the initial statement of build. Yeah, an achievement. I don't know. Because the way you would see it is, it's like you'd have to improve the fund for the councils. But generally speaking, the main priority first is employability. Yeah. You have to acquire the right mindset for the general public to maximize your portfolio based on wealth. If you've got a negative mindset, you're not going to attract what it is that you need to actually do to succeed in business. Yeah. So technically speaking, developing the working man's mentality to attract a more positive mindset, to then start to look into funding for councils, to then start improving economies. Yeah. Improving the social benefit aspect. Well, yeah, look, it's a fucking disaster. Now look what it's done. You've just attracted every single fucking Looney Tune in fucking planet Earth. And it's just completely failed. Yeah? You've made our benefit system so luxurious and so desirable. You've just attracted every single fucking dickhead on planet Earth. Yeah? Every single fucking dickhead. And it's failed. 100%, most definitely. I just told you an hour ago, look at my ass. Death penalty. And you're condoning the use of criminal activities based on social media aspects. Yeah. So your benefit system is so fundamentally fucking flawed. Yeah. You have just completely failed it. Yeah. You're based on the fact of making it so much easier. You're taking away the thought process of the working man's mentality mindset. In other words, it's give, 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 give. Yes, 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 yes. Right? So we've given you all this finance. Go find yourself a job now. Oh, no, 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 no. You're actually making modern day society from a low economical background. You're actually turning them fucking insane. Yeah? You're turning them insane. Yeah? You're losing the ability to develop the working man's mentality instead of actually developing that type of ideology. You're finding out ways of how to make them more fucking sick. Yeah? How to make them more sick on how to actually manipulate the system. This is just from a low economical background. You're actually brainwashing these people. Yeah? Well, there's one there, right? See? There's one there ripping the fucking piss out of it. And look at yous. Yeah? Look at yous. Helpless. Why? Because that's what you created. Yeah? You're creating these type of people. Yeah, look at them. They're fucking idiots. Yeah? You start preaching on a fucking social media page and your entire system fucking crumbles. Yeah? How many buildings have been burnt? Yeah? Since you started playing a game? How many buildings have been torched? You brought all these fucking idiots to the fucking streets. Yeah? They started turning cities into fucking schemes. You brought all these fucking Looney Tunes out because you gave them a working man's mentality wage packet. Yeah? You're paying people £1,000 a month to be fucking heroin addicts. You're paying people £1,000 a month to be fucking drug addicts. I mean, alcohol addicts. Yeah? £1,000 a month to be a fucking junkie. Yeah? And you're telling me that everything's okay. How many buildings have been torched? How much money have you lost based on the infrastructure in cities? Yeah. Now all your politicians are sitting there thinking in the back of their heads, am I going to get petrol bombed when I go home? Has the skinheads finally decided that they're going to fucking strike a plug and go bananas? £1,000 a month with free rent and the ability of a £12,000 car. Sort your fucking lives out. Yeah, what the fuck? You're supposed to make people fucking work. There you go, there's a 12 grand fucking car. There's £1,000 in junkie, and I'm even going to pay for your fucking rent as well. Remember, this is only from a low economical perspective. Yeah, this is only from a low economical perspective. This is not middle class or high class. This is just from a, this is a general, it's a general perception of the ideologies within this type of world that we currently live in, based on my perspective right now. Yeah, this is the world that I live in right now. You're bragging to the fact that you're going to pay people £1,000 a month to take drugs. You're going to give them a 12 grand fucking car. You're going to pay their rent for free. You're making these people well better off than going to work. Look, if you're going to take criminal statistics into analysis right now, yeah, look at it from 2015 when you introduced personal independence payments. Yeah. And look at the criminal statistics. Look at London. Yeah. Look at London. You've basically told these people, if you had a drug problem before, I'm going to pay you to make it worse. Yeah. If you've got a drug problem or you've got an alcohol problem, I'm going to give you more money to make your brains more fucking psychologically worse. Yeah. This is the type of ideology that you're currently doing at the moment. And based on criminal statistics, I would say from 2015 until now, your police force have failed. Yeah? All because, yeah, you're paying people £1,000 a month, yeah, to take drugs. You're giving them a better fucking drug lifestyle. Technically speaking, yeah, I'd be the exact same. Yeah, so I'm not even taking the fucking piss out of the guys. I'd be the exact same. I'm fucking sure I would. What, you're going to give me more money to pretend I'm insane? So I can buy more drugs? So I can develop bigger habits? And when I get the urge to feel, need more, I'm going to break the law. I become more psychologically unstable. But since you've given me a working man's wage to come into the city, yeah, there's no such thing as the scheme anymore because we brought, yet again, nothing wrong with it because I'd do the exact fucking same. But from your government perspective, yeah, yeah. Well, there we are. 1 hour passed. Death penalty. Where's the police? Yesterday, break the law, set fire to a bin on the high streets. Where's the police? That's destruction of property and arson. Where's the police? Yeah. So, going back to the business economical aspect of my ideology within the drug economical aspect, we will dictate the fact of, how do I put it simply? If you're giving someone 250 quid a week, you have to completely remodel the entire ideology of the criminal underworld. You have to. Now, technically speaking, it'll work in two ways. You fix your benefit problem, you're only going to send them back to their homes. They're going to go through the depressive stature again. They're going to feel intimidated about coming into the cities. Yeah. Remember, I got raised in a scheme. I know the script. Yeah. You start to get intimidated by going into the cities based on the fact of having no money. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like an intimidation factor. Yeah. But based on the fact they're coming from schemes into the city, they don't know how to adapt based on the concept of their brains aren't mentally trained for this shit. They don't know how to act. So they're just going to act like they do it from the scheme in the city. Yeah. They don't know how to integrate into modern day living. In other words, their brains are not astute to adapting into the working man's mentality. Yeah. They don't know how to, yeah, they don't know how to integrate. Yeah. They do not know how to integrate into modern day society from a working man's living based on the concept of their economical background and their upbringing. Yeah. They don't know how to integrate. So therefore, it's the instability within the general public at the moment. You're currently experiencing it within London. Yeah. Remember, you develop a type of character. But then technically speaking, understanding their mindsets as well is fair enough. It's almost like you've took this right away from us for so long. Yeah. In their eyes, it's a form of payback. Yeah. You've took this right away from us for so long, and you've isolated us back into our own communities. So now they get to have fun. So in their eyes, it's almost like this is payback. Yeah, you've kept us isolated for so long, generations upon generations upon generations. You've kept us so isolated, but now we get to have fun, and this is how we have fun. So technically speaking, in terms of a quick fix solution, it's not. You're never going to fix it. Yeah, you're never going to fix it. Yeah, The only, well, in fact, technically you could literally just stop all the fucking easy living benefit system. But technically speaking, other governments are going to use that against you. So in other words, if you say, right, we're going to stop this, then Labour will say, right, we're going to actually bring it back, do this. We're going to give the minimum wage £10 an hour, and so forth and so forth. Yeah, but this is basically 3, 4, 5 generations, yeah, of upbringing. And now you give them the opportunity to say, in a sense, it's payback. Now we're going to actually show the general public of Great Britain what we have to live in. Yeah, what we have to live in. So, wait a minute. I don't like the way you talk. Go fuck yourself, eh? Yeah, there's no way. It's not their fault that they don't know how to adapt. It's solely based on the concept of generation after generation after generation. You develop a type of mindset. So, based on all the crime that's currently going on right now, and based on the fact that the police have just went, fuck it, yeah, no happening, no fucking happening. Yeah, based on the fact the police have just went, fuck it, no happening, you have to find a formula. Yeah, you have to find a formula that's going to work for this, because generally speaking, you've given them city lifestyle. They're not going back to their generation of being isolated back in their own communities. Yeah, they've got the mindsets of, well, you work, well, go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck about you. I'll do what I want, man. Yeah, I'm going to treat this place like I would treat my own community, based on the fact of, I don't have your type of mindset, and I've never been shown your type of mindset, so I don't know how to integrate into your type of mindset. So, quick fix solution, classify it as a defensive mechanism. Instead of trying to figure out your one, I'm just going to show you mine, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, so you're never going to fix it. So, like, you could in a sense, but generally speaking, it's too much of a gamble. Yeah, it's too much of a gamble, because you're putting your status of power within a government. In other words, you're just making people vote in the electoral roll system and basically saying, hi prick, get to fuck, we'll stick that cunt in. Once that cunt's stuck in, we get to go back to the way we used to go. And it's just going to be the same over and 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 over again. Yeah, over and over and over again. So, this is 100% full on shit. Yeah, because you're never going to get the right formula based on the fact of your educational aspect. Your educational aspect, your financial aspect, your modern day living aspect. Yeah. You're never going to get it. No, you're never going to get it. So, I don't know. We'll see. So last time I checked, giving someone a death penalty, yeah, giving someone death penalty, you're not coming back out of jail. I've just sat here for an hour and 6 minutes. An hour and 6 minutes, and you're too fucking terrified because you don't want your chap on the door because there's a big man coming. I'll be, you prick. Right, that's my boss you still can't deal with. Yeah, that's it. I'm burning your fucking house down there. Yeah, exactly. You're even condoning the use of the death penalty because you're too fucking chicken shit to sort your fucking problems out. Yeah. Oh, my colleague was sitting there he was getting stabbed by a kitchen knife, and I was like, oh, I just have to lock my door, bulletproof the windows, and sit there with 999 on voice activation because speed dial takes too long. But you're supposed to be the boss of an entire police force operational aspect and sitting on £2.5 billion a year. Oh yes, but Bullshit. You should be fucking Rambo. Huh? You should be fucking Rambo. Uh-huh. Oh, that's not a knife. Check the size of these bollocks. Huh? Check the size of these fucking bollocks, prick. Huh? So, now you know what your problem was. Yeah, now you know. Generations of ideologies hidden away, and then you gave them the option to come out to play. Now, technically speaking, it works on both parties and also negatively on both parties as well. What they don't seem to realize is the more they continue to be fucking dicks, they're just going to lose all that money. And then your aspect, how many buildings are going to pay the price? How much money are you? Yeah. How much money are you prepared to lose? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But 100%, most definitely, you brought it all on yourselves. Yeah, you brought it all on yourselves. Yeah. Out of curiosity aspect, I can see from a statistical analysis perspective, you were trying to maybe retrain. Yeah. Give them an option, just out of curiosity, just to actually see what would happen. So from your perspective, to better the lives of everyone, so give them the opportunity just to see what would happen. Unfortunately, based on the fact of your backgrounds as politicians, to truly understand this type of mindset, one must become that type of mindset to deliver the right results and actions. Yeah. If you don't fully understand, in other words, we'll keep it simple. To understand drug dealer and what goes through, to understand what you've done, you have to put yourself in the exact same position. This is something that's not going to take maybe like 1, 2, 3 months. And this is something based on your behavioral scientists, your psychologists. Yeah, remember, you're just textbooks. You don't even know as well. You can give intelligent answers, yeah, but it's not always the right ones. Yeah. You can give more constructively a better outlook. Yeah. You can give a better outlook of a person's ideology. Yeah. But you'll never get the right answer at the end of the day. Just like your doctors. Yeah. Just like your doctors right now. You go to see a doctor. Yeah, you go to see a doctor and you pick up a prescription medication because you don't feel well. Yeah. You're taking that medication based on a hunch. Yeah. That doctor prescribes that type of medication. And just because it worked on 5 people doesn't mean it's going to work on another 15 people. Yeah. For instance, yeah, like, I don't know, we'll take an antipsychotic tablet. Yeah. You give an individual that's weak minded, simple, yeah, and you give that person a prescription medication. Now, based on the concept that that person's so weak minded, it works. Yeah. He's so weak minded, it works. But then you give someone that's strong minded and say, right, well, I'm going to give you that tablet because it worked on that person. These doctors will never have the right answers based on the concept. If it works for one, it'll work for them all. It doesn't work like that. For you to actually understand your own intelligence, you have to become that type of person yourself. So when you go to the doctors, you're not taking the advice of a doctor, you're taking the advice of a textbook. Yeah. But what you don't seem to realize is the doctor's not always right. Yeah. But going back to the concept of the 28 million for 1,000 coppers, getting people back into work. Yeah, that should be your main initiative. Yeah. Based on the fact of your high streets failing, I can already tell, yep, the business model has been implemented based on the the complete remodeling of the ideology of Great Britain. Yeah, if your high streets are failing, it means your ideology is failing. Yeah. If your high streets failing, it means your ideologies are failing. Because technically speaking, there's always a shop. Yeah, there's always a shop. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So, am I right? Am I wrong? Look at my eyes. You tell me. Yeah, look at them. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah, that's an hour and 14 minutes in our room. Look at my legs. It's an hour and 14 minutes of a death penalty. Of a neo-Nazi gas chamber. With West Midlands Police Force condoning the use of chemicals on the general public. You tell me if you think you failed. Look at what's being broadcasted to all the other European countries. Look what we can do. And we're getting paid £1,000 a month. And we're getting a 12 grand car. And we're getting free rent. Look at your marketing. Look at the PR campaign currently happening right now. We can give people the death penalty. We get paid £1,000 a month. We get free accommodation. And we get a fucking free 12 grand car. No. Look at the PR campaign. It's fucking amazing. Oh, it's fucking spectacular. Yeah. You have to remember. Yeah. I've been working with this type of ideology for 3 years. Yeah. Now, people have the confidence to kick fuck at them. You've even got 12-year-olds fucking kicking fuck at them. But what these people don't seem to realize is, yeah, you're only seeing this from a low economical perspective. See, when you start analyzing this and look at this from a high economical perspective, these guys are that fucking dumb. They truly have no idea what they've got at their disposal. Oh, you fucking bastard. They've got weapons of mass destruction. They've got commercialized jet planes. They can take control of pilots, crash them into any. No. What happens if a pilot's got? Look at Norway. Yeah, look at Norway. Look at Norway and look at what one of these fucking idiots can do with a machine gun. Yeah. Look at what they can do with a machine gun. You've given them fucking planes containing shitloads of people. What happens if someone decides to go fuck it, Heil Hitler? Death to all. Yeah. No really thinking about that concept, are we? Yeah. Look what they can do with a machine gun. Look at the PR campaign they're currently doing. Look at the type of person they're bringing into the UK. Think about it. If one can kill 76 people on an island with a fucking machine gun, look at the PR campaign you're currently bringing into Britain. What happens if you got another person with that same ideology? Goes to a pilot's home, kidnaps his children and his fucking wife, sends a text message to the husband and says, you are going to crash this plane. If you don't, I'm going to slit the throats of all your families. Yeah. How trustworthy are you of these pilots? They've got railways, trains. All because you made the benefit system so luxurious. Yeah, that's it. You got so much of a luxurious benefit system. That's it. Now you're insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Yeah, absolutely insane. You've brought all this to you. Yeah. You've come. Players want to play, 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 play. I know what it feels like to get raped by a black man. Which nice. Oh my god. Yeah, you have brought it all on yourself so badly. Yeah, and you know the best part about it is you need an actual fucking man to fix it. It's priceless. Yeah. You need an actual man to actually fix the entire criminal underworld network based on the fact of low economical perspectives as well. It's the only way it's going to fix it spiraling out of control. Yeah, it's the only way it's going to fix it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the only way it's going to fix it. Yeah. So, based on the concept of one man death to protect thousands, I don't think it's loss of life. Yeah. I don't think it's loss of life in those circumstances. Yeah. It's watching someone play with power and fuck up so badly. Yeah. This is someone playing with power and it's completely fucked up so badly. Yeah. How much are you getting in debt a second? 5 grand a second. Remember the script is? Yeah. Government debt. So, as wise man says, to fix a problem, one must become one of the people. An ideology, but I don't know. It really is that fucking simple. You need like for say, a public figure for people from this type of person. Yeah, yeah. You need to fix the problem that you currently have. You need. It sounds weird as fuck, like, but yeah, you need something for the people. Yeah, you need a public figure. Yeah, that understands. Yeah, and for these type of people to idolize. You need a type of person for these people to idolize. For this to actually work. Once people start believing in something, they start to rewrite their own mindsets. Yeah. Once people start believing in something, it's almost like a standard. Yeah. It's almost like a standard. They don't understand your type of ideology, but in a sense, it's almost like a reputable aspect of their brains. Yeah, I'm not doing loops. Man, I'm gonna end up fucking spot as fuck when I cross it. Yeah, in a sense, they need the soul. I can't even fucking say that word. Ideologistical mindset. Yeah. So they need someone. Yeah, they need power. Yeah, they need someone that gets them. I think that's a script. They need someone that gets them. Yeah. It has to work. Yeah. So in other words, they don't understand my intelligence. Yeah. But once I do something so simple, like just say, well, what? Break the law. Boring, man. It's all cool, man. They start to listen. Yeah. Once you do something, yeah. Once you do something simple that they actually get, yeah. Once you do something they actually understand, it's only then they start to listen. Yeah. Once they see, for instance, setting a burner on fire, then because they know fine well I'm not a shirt and tie. Well, I am a shirt and tie, but yeah. But once I do something, yeah, nothing. That's just shits and giggles. They just get pissed off and fucking whatever. That's standard. Yeah. But it's once they actually see what I done, they start. Yeah. They start to listen and start to understand because their thought process will be like, yeah, he gets us. He knows the script. Yeah. He knows the script. But this type of ideology based on extreme, they all understand social media based on the fact, yeah, that these type of $5 grand a second. Shit, it's a trillion. Yeah. Based on the fact that this extremism aspect to these type of people, yeah, this is not a working society. Yeah, this is not a working modern. This isn't a modern working society. So basically, to summarize it, their social media identity is all they have in life. Yeah, their social media identity is all they have in life. So it's like creating, yeah, create a shake before you get the action from happen. Shake the contents first, do a wee dib dab, yeah, pull out the fucking magic and blow. Yeah, this is all they have. To them, it does sound simple, yeah, but it's like a statement. It's who they are. It's an identity of a person. Yeah, it's an identity of a person. To everyone else, it's just second nature. It's just a way to integrate with a social life aspect of being online. But to this type of person, it's an identity. It's a brand. Yeah, it's an image. Yeah, it's a brand. It's an identity. It's an image. You've provided them with something. Yeah, and unfortunately, it happens to be along the lines of extremism. That's encouraging them to keep going. It's like a bubble. You've created a trend by allowing extremism to infiltrate the streets, and based on their social media identity, they're following the bubble, but for all the wrong reasons. But generally speaking, to them it's the right reasons, because at the end of the day, apart from benefits, what is it that you're actually doing to help them? Yeah, what is it that you're actually doing? Fuck, I can see shitloads of things, but you have to remember they're not seeing this from a large scale perspective. They're actually seeing this as a one to one. Yeah. They're not giving a fuck if you've just helped like a million other people. What are you doing to help that person? Yeah, what are you doing to help that person? Dude, fucking no chance. What are you actually doing to help? Oh, you fucker. You just bit me, you fucking dick. Then you should have put it on my on it. Uh. Oh, fucking fruit, baby. Right? Almost like their brand identity, their image. What I was saying about the law aspect. Having Nick Clegg going into Facebook is perfect. Yeah. Because eventually in June, he's going to act like a negotiator, an ambassador to the United Kingdom. You do the exact same for the European Council. You do the exact same for embassies and stuff. In due course, he's just been employed, but eventually, in about 10 years, he's going to be like well, that position will be classified as an ambassador to the United Kingdom. You're going to treat social media like an embassy. You're going to treat social media like an embassy. Maybe not now, but given our 5-10 years, you'll treat it like an embassy. You'll be an ambassador to the United Kingdom. Me personally, I would bring it back to the Stone Age myself. But that's me personally, but it's never going to happen. But yeah, they're going to act like ambassadors. So, I don't know. There's an idea. Make your own. Yeah. Make your own. Make your own social media. Yeah. Make your own. There is a good idea. Yeah. Make your own. Yeah. Make your own and rewrite law. Yeah, make your own. I don't know. Fuck. Note to self. When doing interrogation techniques, make sure you give them the gas chamber. Yeah, make sure you fucking give them the gas chamber. The complexion of my skin. Oh, it's so dry and so naive. It almost wants to get the better of me. Oh, such drama. Yeah. They do say my balls do look big in this, but just ever so divine. Yeah, fuck me. I don't know. So, my God, why? Am I just going to have to accept the fact that I can do this legally? Am I going to have to? Yeah, this is what it probably is now. Accepting the fact that I can do this legally. Well, not legally, unless. Based on the fact and the concept of the marijuana aspect, maybe I could give you a platform to work around. Yeah. For the complete decriminalization of drugs. There's an idea, right? I want the complete decriminalisation, apart from fucking heroin. That shit can get the fuck. That shit can get the fuck. The complete decriminalisation of drugs. How long would that take? It's taken 10 years. Fucking sure it is. It's taking 10 years till I see 10 figures in my fucking bank account. And you can do what the fuck you want with it. I don't know. Maybe trial and test it. Trial and test it. If you trialed and tested this shit and it just went horribly fucking wrong. Look at the pros and cons. Pros. And more fucking chemicals. Probably get shot, stabbed. Maybe you might have to see this. Maybe you might. To show you how completely fundamentally flawed your ideology is. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Become one with social media, and social media becomes one with you. See? An hour and 45 minutes. Still nothing. No. Still nothing. So. So. The moral of the story. Do it to the point the police have finally got the balls to arrest one of the row. But technically speaking, based on that concept and that ideology, no offense, it's a money brain. Yeah, I get at least 20 grand. I'm off. Yeah, I'm off. Based on a sustainable growth model, there is no fucking way that I am staying in this world. Fucking hell no. No. Yeah, this is a social benefits head. This isn't a money head. This is a social benefits head. No fucking way. No chance. No fucking danger. No fucking chance. Fuck this shit. You can fucking fix this shit your own self. Yeah, I can give you information on how to fix it. But realistically, being a realist and not an optimist or a delusionist or a fantasist or a pessimist. Oh, fuck. Yeah, realistically, I'm a smart man. Yeah, there is fucking no way. None whatsoever. It's your game.